some of this watching this recording may have seen this before, but this is building on the story of how these pieces of data and AI and CRM and trust fit together to make humans and AI more productive and to get work done. And the most important part of this exercise is being able to start out with a blank canvas to really understand how these pieces fit together. And so the way I like to do it is to introduce humans and AI working together. Let's talk about how data, AI, CRM, and trust come together to make this happen. And on the human side, this is about empowering the humans right here, maybe in sales or service cloud. So we're in the CRM. And what we're doing is we're bringing the information that they need right here in the flow of work, in the context of where they live every day. This contextual information is really useful. It's backward looking, almost looks like a rear view mirror, but most impactful when you combine it with forward-looking predictive information. And that number is great, maybe likelihood to close a deal or a case to escalate, but most impactful when combined with the why and the what to do. So optimizing that human's experience in the CRM. So just grounding ourselves in that human experience. And that leads us to how this all happens. And that's where Data Cloud comes in, which has grown out of the amazing work done in Marketing Cloud with CDP and the customer data platform, solving that really hard problem of taking unknown visitors to known, serving up experiences in real time at scale. And we've added capabilities to power experiences across all of Salesforce. And it begins with connecting to that data where it lives. Many times this begins with one or more Salesforce orgs, which now with Data Cloud One, we can keep in sync in real time. But we know our customers have data everywhere, right? And so we can tap into that data through out-of-the-box connectors, bringing that data in. We've got an awesome tool in MuleSoft to connect to that data, even behind the firewall. Even if that data is unstructured, we can bring that in and land it into a vector database that we have embedded here in Data Cloud. And we know a lot of our customers these days are investing in cloud-based data lakes, data warehouses like Snowflake, Databricks. And these are part of our growing zero-copy partner network. And with these partners, we can actually surface that data directly into Data Cloud without moving that data. So we bring that metadata in, what the tables are, what the field names are. We wrap our metadata around it in Salesforce, and now it looks just like another Salesforce object out there. So incredibly powerful capability. Then we unify that data. We take that data that's coming from the various systems and we bring it into a canonical data model, creating a unified view of that individual or that business. And really, it's at that point it's so meaningful because we've taken all of that kind of messiness in the data backend, we've cleaned it up and harmonized that, and now we're ready to have some fun with it, right? And activate it across the platform. We can do machine learning, calculated insights, creating new fields in Data Cloud itself to power these experiences. And now that data can be surfaced up into these experiences here. That external data that we've brought in, we can land that up here as well. So that's how we can power that human's experience. But CRM, sales, and service, that's really just the beginning. With Data Cloud's native integration with flows, we can power automation. With digital and marketing cloud, we can power those CDP use cases, Slack, Commerce Cloud, of course, analytics that we've shown. It's really powering these experiences across the entire Platform. So incredible capability. But let's start taking a look at AI a bit. So let's begin with Einstein. So if I'm talking to a customer, I'll say you've been with us on this journey for a while. You've known Einstein as the umbrella term for all things AI ML here at Salesforce, but that's meant predictive in the past. And then last year with Einstein 1, we really introduced generative into the mix. And so we've got our CRM and data layers here, but now let's step into that trust layer. So if we come back to this human experience, imagine just layering in a dropdown. Maybe this is a sales rep who wants to send an email. We'll take the simplest possible use case. So they just see a dropdown. Yep, I want to send a sales email. Well, we know that we want that to hit an LLM, a large language model. But what we've done with Salesforce and the Einstein trust layer is we've wrapped this entire interaction in a layer of trust. Because we know there's a trade-off in the world of generative between the power of the LLM on one side and the question that you ask it on the other. You ask a simple question of the world's greatest LLM, you're not going to get a useful response back. But what we do with this sales rep, once they've selected to send an email, we come down into Data Cloud and we pick up all of this rich profile information and we use that to construct a really useful prompt. Previous cases that they've had open, what's their customer tier, what are their orders that are coming from Snowflake. So we really have the right information to serve up a useful response. We may have picked up some PII along the way that we'll strip out, and we pass it through a trust gateway that can hit any one of a number of different LLMs out there. A public one of ours, even one of our customers through BYO LLM, bring your own. And if we do hit a public LLM, we've got agreements in place with OpenAI, Anthropic, and others. They zero retention. They don't say save that data or use it to train their models. So then we get this response back that's ready to go out of the box. And that's the key for driving productivity. Have these generative responses come back and be ready to go. So powerful capabilities. And along the way, in this past year and a half, we've developed this muscle around prompts and prompt engineering and our tool Prompt Builder. And prompts, I heard it said, prompts are the new OS, the new operating system, and agents are the new apps. So with Prompt Builder, we've got this growing set of library of prompts. You can use ours out of the box and create your own, but they form the foundation for agents and Agentforce. And when you take these prompts and start giving an agent a role and a set of instructions or topics and data to ingest and actions to take, we lay some guardrails around that. And now we can power experiences that go from the spectrum of assisting, like a sales coach, to fully autonomous, like an automated service agent. And we can do that through any channel that's out there. And we can drive these actions back into the CRM. And we can also drive those actions, I'll kind of wrap around here, back to these external systems via MuleSoft, via other connections. And so Salesforce evolves into this system that combines data, AI, CRM, and trust in a really powerful way for our customers. And hopefully you can see kind of how these elements come together. So up here, we've got our CRM. Here's our data. Here's our trust layer down here. And here's our AI right there. So here's at a high level how those pieces fit together. So I have found that customers really respond to this. They appreciate seeing this all in one screen without those circles. And if you do your job right, they're wanting to take screenshots of it and use this to facilitate conversations about, hey, what agents do they want? What data sources do they have? How does a trust layer really work? Tell me more about the analytics in the workflow of CRM or any of the other activations. So very powerful for mixed audience as well, especially our new audience that's top of mind, the CIO. CIOs love this diagram. It demystifies what Salesforce is. And I tell our customers, this is it. This is Salesforce in one screen. So hopefully you find that useful. The key is taking it and making it your own. This is not a one size fits all, but start with a blank screen, get all the pieces on there, and take your customers along this journey with us.